Adrian, welcome to the Inside Giantech's podcast. Delighted to have you. How do you feel to be in the fishbowl?
It's an interesting experience having all these people out there gawking at us like it's some sort of celebrity interview going on.
Oh, you'll get used to it. It's great. Thank you for being part of the show.
Pleasure.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and, of course, about Red Hat.
Sure, with pleasure. So I'm a bit of an old boy. I've been in the tech industry for 40-something years. Started way back when computers had proprietary operating systems and the model was timeshare. Mm-hmm. A little bit like cloud is today, to be honest, but it was everybody sort of dialed into a central computer. But I've had, a really interesting time working with companies like Nortel, then 14 years with Cisco, Juniper Networks, and then most recently 9 years with Red Hat.
So what does Red Hat do?
So Red Hat is a purveyor of enterprise-grade software solutions.
What does that mean? Help me in layman's terms.
It means that our software gets implemented in some of the world's leading banks, airlines, oil and gas companies, and of course public sector business as well, so ministries and municipalities and so on. But what really sets Red Hat apart is that our development model, so the way the software we provide to our customers is developed, is in what we call the open source community. So most conventional software companies will have an army of developers who are striving away, cutting code for that particular vendor. The model in open source is that communities form, and these are literally global communities, hundreds of thousands of contributors of code to solve a particular business problem. And interestingly enough, the origin of Red Hat began with a community project which was designed to provide an alternative to the original Microsoft Windows operating system.
So that was your initial purpose?
That was the initial project. Now, open source software, as I say, is developed by a community. But what large enterprises, large businesses want is a high degree of confidence that if they are implementing that software, it is secure, number one, most importantly, that it is documented so that if they have issues with it, they can revert to the software vendor, that they can get training for their people on that software before they roll it out in some very sensitive production environments. So if you're a bank and you running your banking applications on open source software, you need to know that it's rock solid, and if you have a problem, you can call for help.
Yes.
So that's a fundamental difference between open source software development and conventional. And over the years, Red Hat is in excess of 25 years old now. Initially we provided what we now call the Red Hat Enterprise Linux operating system, which is very widely adopted around the world in as I say, many banks, airlines, you name it. And of course, over the years, additional projects have come to light. And so, for example, right at the moment, as companies have started to adopt the cloud and move some of their workloads onto the cloud, they need the tooling and capabilities to do that, to move applications off-prem onto the cloud. So, one of the community projects that we've worked with has led to a product called OpenShift, which is being very widely adopted globally in order to allow our customers to make that migration.
So I was going to ask you, what is the real world sort of impact of what you're doing? Like, break it down in a very simple way in terms of the net impact on the end user. What is the benefit of what Red Hat is bringing to the table?
Well, first of all, we actually have quite a different model. So let's start with the commercial aspect. So we, as a company, do not sell a software license. Our customers purchase a subscription.
Okay, so you're a SaaS.
So it's sort of software as a service. They can choose to implement the software, pay for that subscription, get all of the benefits of support and training, et cetera, et cetera. At the end of the period, they may say, okay, well, we're happy, the software's running fine, we'll go it alone. Most of our big customers don't do that because, the technology world is ever changing. There are continuous threats, malicious software hacking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the vast majority of our customers tend to renew their subscriptions every year for a 1 year or 3 year period and continue to get the benefit of the support of Red Hat. So it provides customers with choice. So the Linux operating system is a very secure, very stable platform, which is why it runs in many of the big organizations, both public and private. Some of the products in the portfolio allow rapid application modernization, application development. So to give you a pragmatic example, when COVID came about and we all had to go onto an app, this is here in Dubai, and say, I need to go to Spinneys for my shopping, and you had to get permission, to make that movement. That application was developed on one of our products within the space of about a week. So very rapidly developed, very rapidly tested, very rapidly rolled out, so you can download it to your phone.
Yeah.
So you can do things like that. So, things like mobile banking applications, loyalty apps, for airlines, etc., are all developed on this rapid application development tool. And then we have other things that we do as technology becomes increasingly complex. We have tools that provide for automation.
So I want to ask you about this. So if you don't mind, how has AI disrupted your business and how is it helping your business to take it to the next level? What areas are you using and adopting AI to transform what you've currently got?
So AI is the topic du jour, obviously. And if you walk around the halls of GIDEX today, 90% of the companies are talking about the AI story. I think it's very interesting being where we are here in the Middle East and in the UAE specifically, where the government is very much behind the adoption of AI and are encouraging their departments, their ministries to look at where AI can be adopted, for example, to improve citizen services. So, all of the big government ministries that we talk to and deal with have multiple initiatives to get AI off the ground. You also have the establishment of large service providers. And to give you an example, again, here in the UAE, you've got organizations like G42, who are building huge cloud infrastructures, spending millions on raw compute power to enable AI to be rolled out. So we're in a very interesting hotspot here in the UAE, in the Middle East. Saudi are hard on our heels, but AI presents its own set of challenges in terms of adoption. So whilst it may improve citizen services, while it may provide new services to subscribers, bank subscribers, whatever it may be, it is complex to implement. And one of the biggest challenges that, as we speak to our customers, is the relevant skills, technology skills, to assemble the multiple components that are required to build an AI solution, and then also to bring together the different data sources within an organization that make the AI tool effective. And they're often in silos, and bringing those data silos together into the AI model is not a simple task.
So what's next for Red Hat? What's next for the sort of the open source software solution? What's next for you? What's coming? What should we be excited about?
Well, there's open source as a concept. I mean, I've been with Red Hat going on for 10 years now, and it's been incredible over the years I've been with this company to see the perception of what open source actually is evolve to a point now where if you're speaking to a CIO of a bank or a government department, they understand the concept of open source. They're willing to consider open source software as a very, a relevant option for their infrastructure and for their organization. So it's really pleasing to see how the open source concept has evolved. We're focused on a couple of very interesting areas as we go forward. So Our operating system, the Red Hat Linux system, continues to grow, continues to be adopted, very solid, very robust. But two areas for us. One of them is AI. So we are evolving our application development tools to provide additional capabilities that make AI implementation a lot easier and a lot simpler. So we're trying to make it a much more flexible tool to adopt and implement AI. And the other area is a little bit techie, if I can call it that. So organizations are looking to drive technology efficiency through virtualization. And there's been quite a big shift in the marketplace in terms of how virtualization is implemented. And we are seeing this market as a very big opportunity over the next, I'd say probably 24 months, as companies evolve from the traditional virtualization tools and methodologies to an open source approach to virtualization. So those are two focal areas for us as an organization as we look over the next 24 to 48 months. This is where we're going to derive our growth.
Yes.
And where we're going to get additional customers on board with Red Hat.
Inshallah. Closing question: what are your expectations for GITEX this year? What are you hoping to get out of it?
Well, so it's kind of a seminal year here. So I've been based in Dubai for the last 20 years. I've been coming in and out of GITEX for quite a period of time, and it's been astonishing to see how
you know your way around here.
How every year there's another hall tagged on, and there's another country that shows up, and another vendor that shows up. So it's been remarkable to see the evolution of this event as a technology showcase, not only for the Gulf, but now you have people flying in from all over the world, right?
It's global standards.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's an interesting year because it's the last year here in the traditional trade center location. Next year, we're going to be at the expo site.
I think Dubai police are much happy that's going to be shifting to managing traffic in and out.
We'll see what the experience is like next year when we all rock up at expo and we've got 1,000 acres of car parks to use our cars in, and so on and so forth. But no, it's always most of our customers and our partners as well. We work with, channel partners and distributors. Everybody's here, and it's always wonderful to see old faces. It's always wonderful to make new acquaintances and connect with customers and partners.
Beautiful.
So exciting times. It's exhausting, but
we love it secretly.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody looks forward to the GITEX week, right?
Amazing. Adrian, I want to say thank you so much for joining us at Inside GITEX.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to get to know you. I wish you all the best at Red Hat.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see you next year at Expo.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you, Luke.
Amazing.
Cheers. Thank you very much.